Morning everybody, and welcome to another Shirley Park update. I'm here on the gravel side of the golf course, going to talk to you about some of the conditions that are heading our way and are currently happening now in terms of weather. So we are on Wednesday and we have had 12 mil of rain yesterday. We had 12 mil of rain the day before and 5 before that. So in the last 3 days we've had 29 mil. Now, not our average, but Croydon's average rainfall for March is 49 mil. So we're very close to getting there in only 3 days. And that's not including the rest of March, you know, the beginning of March, what we've had up to the last 3 days. And let's not forget, a week ago, I think it was a week ago, on the weather at the weekend, I watched that it's been the wettest February, not for London, but for the whole of England. It's been the wettest February on record, and March's quota is already heading up there. So we've had a really wet start to, if you can call this spring, we've had a really wet start to the beginnings of spring, the signs of spring. I don't call this spring yet because it's not warm enough and we're not there. Now, that leads me into the next part I want to talk to you about is spring comes with growth and warmth, not just the warmth. What we are getting and what we're going to get more of is growth. So we've got 16 degrees Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's bringing some rain with it, but that is going to encourage a hell of a lot of growth to the grass out here. Now, the worry for me is with all this rain that's coming, with these warm fronts creating the growth, we can't mow the grass. And I'm sure you'll all agree that places like around the halfway house, the 11th hole, the 11th tee, we're 5 inches, we're heading up to 5-6 inches in places. There's some just over here that's sort of 5-6 inches as well. So it's worrying me that we're going to get rain and we can't get this cut. So we are currently this week, we are doing what we can, which is cutting the gravel side. So we've mown the fairways over here, we've mown the tees over here, we've mown the aprons over here, and we'll be doing a lot of the fringes or collars, as we call it, the bit of grass that goes round the greens. We managed to get the greens cut at the weekend for the first time in nearly 3 weeks. So that's our battle and what we're up against. I'm sure it's your battle as well, because it doesn't favour golfing, good golfing playing conditions. So we are getting cut what we can, but these are the consequences. It's a bit windy, so I'm going to get the cameraman to kneel down and use a windbreak. But this is what happens, so that you think we've got a lot of worm casts here and a bit of mud that's squelched up. It's not damaged the turf, it's just muddy, you know, that's been brought to the surface from the weight of the tyres. And if you think this is the driest bit of the course, we can't not do anything and not cut it. So we're not currently cutting 80% of the course, which is over, you know, the clubhouse side and around the 11th, because we can't. And if we do, it is going to make little bits of mud and smear the worm casts. Now, you might be saying, so why are you doing it? Well, the alternative is, if we don't, and we do leave it to grow, and then we mow it in spring, when you've got your lovely warm weather and you all come out and everyone starts playing a lot more golf, a lot more frequently, you're going to have loose grass all over the fairways. So it's a catch-22. We're going to make some sort of mess. We can't ignore this, because if it does keep raining all of March, your fairways will be as long as the rough. So bear with us, we're getting it cut. We have been part closed for the last 3 days, but you've got the gravel 9, don't forget that. Give us some feedback on how that's working as well. I would also like some feedback on if there's any particular subjects you would like me to discuss with you. So I'm trying to be proactive and discuss a few things as I see them, and if I'm spotting them, I'm sure you are. So I'd like to hear from you. If you've got any ideas, if you could email myself or Rory, and just a couple of requests, not lengthy lists or anything, that would be great to hear from you. I've got some surprises from spring onwards that I'm not really going to tell you too much about, but my course video blogs to you will change slightly, and they will be getting a little bit of surprise added to them that is interesting for you to keep to hold the attention, basically. So tune in, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for listening.